So this is Outrun on the arcade. It's alright. I don't think it's got as much style as the original Outrun. In the arcade we're talking. But technically it's not really any different. It's really just I don't like the graphic styles much, and I don't like the music on Turbo Outrun in the arcade. Sounds like a Mega Drive really, and that is an insult from me. Mega Drive sound chip is rubbish. I don't actually think it looks as impressive as the original Outrun. That's a bit of a problem really. It just doesn't seem to be as much scaling, graphics being scaled at the same time. I mean, you're going under these like girders, like bridges. Okay, so there's loads of clouds now. But you know, those girders you were going under before, they weren't as impressive as those, like, you know, stone arches on the original Outrun. Well, not to me anyway. So yeah, I don't know if Turbo Outrun had better, like, you know, full cabinet. Alright, here we go. So they are kind of the same. I don't really see any improvement technically on the original Outrun. Maybe the hardware is better, but as far as what I'm seeing on the game screen, it's not really any better. Strange. I would have assumed there was some sort of improvement. You know, like when you went from Virtua Fighter 1 to Virtua Fighter 2 and then Virtua Fighter 3. Well, that was probably the most noticeable improvement, but anyway. The graphics are okay. These nice like red sunset graphics here are quite nice. I quite like them. And the cloud layer kind of works there, going over the you know, the yellow sun there in the sky. But really, it's got less style, you know, in graphics and sound than the original. So you know, you're onto a bit of a loser as you know, the source for the conversion there. So let's check out the Atari ST version. Here we go. So there we go. Bit of a weird cropping going on with the videos I've recorded. Okay, don't know what happened there. That must have been the demo mode, right? So yeah, I always pick automatic. Okay, give it a chance. Look like half a frame a second at the start there. Yeah, it does slow down a hell of a lot. Jesus Christ, the you know, the city, you know, skyscrapers there in the background, they look like they've used the ZX Spectrum graphics. There's like two fucking colours. Shit, motherfuckers. You know what? Someone at US Gold should have looked at this game and said, no, you're not getting paid for this shit. Motherfucker. He is still fucking rich. I'd be a lot happier if he'd gone fucking bankrupt and pissed all his money away. But he's still rich, that cocksucker. Fucking cunt. Can't stand him. So, yeah. Now, obviously I'm going to say it's better than Outrun on the Atari ST, but that didn't look anything like Outrun in the arcade, so that doesn't really count. As a conversion, this is shit. The frame rate is so bad, it's really hard to actually, you know, get the car around the corners. It's not just a matter of, well, you know, it's only bollocks, mate. Lotus 2 on the Atari ST is better than almost all Amiga 500, 1000, 2000 racing games. So there you go, mate. There's nothing wrong with the ST hardware. So again, we've got 2-colour background there for the fucking mountains. And they've used half the palette colours on your fucking Ferrari. It doesn't even look that good. I think the F40 in Crazy Cars 2 actually looks better anyway. Actually, I think the frame rate is worse than Crazy Cars 2 on the ST. And therefore, it plays even worse. What a shocker, eh? For some reason, I did a long play of all these. So you know I've recorded these yonks ago because I uploaded the long plays. Alright, let's see what a shitfest the Amiga version is going to be. Here we go. Is it that fucking Uncle Art that does the music again? So we'll forget the acceleration bit right now. Let's check out the frame rate now. Does it appear faster? Ah, Jesus Christ, the same ZX Spectrum fucking city skyline in the background. Fucking wank. No, the frame rate is exactly the same. If anything, it might actually be a bit worse. This is a fucking slideshow. US Gold sold you a fucking Turbo Outrun slideshow. That's what they did. I'm surprised the guy didn't get beaten up in the street. Fucking idiot. So is there any point watching any more of this? Because they've improved nothing. It's the same shit. 16-colour graphics. They're exactly the same. There is no glitter programming going on here at all. None. Motherfuckers. It's exactly the same game as the ST. And it's running 10% slower. Fucking ridiculous. That guy who started US Gold is a real cocksucker, man. I'm going to have to load in a different version now before I have a fucking aneurysm. So, let's see. Let's go with the ZX Spectrum. I can't remember if Outrun on the Spectrum was better or worse than the C64. So speed is quite nice. Although there are better games on the Amstrad, on the Spectrum. Like Chase HQ. Chase HQ isn't this bad. I think this is just okay. I wouldn't say this was good for the Spectrum. I mean, the actual graphics themselves, they're not bad, like for the cars and stuff. Yeah, I swear to God, they copied those, skyscrapers in the background and dumped them in the ST and Amiga version. What happened? The graphic artists get violent fucking diarrhea for a week. Just use a Spectrum, fuck off. Motherfuckers. So this was a multi-load. If anything, I'm less offended by the Spectrum graphics than the ST and Amiga graphics. So there's that. The game engine, I'd say, is just a little bit too slow for it to be fun. Don't really work on a racing game. And you're better off with Chase HQ and Super Hang-On the Spectrum. They're good racing games. Now, music is okay. Like I said, I don't think the arcade music was anything special. Same problem as Commando. If the C64 version of Commando had, perfect conversion of the arcade music, it'd be shit. That's the problem. So let's check out the Amstrad version. Where's the old Amstrad Aruccio? Here we go. Right, this is the Amstrad version. That looks nice, the gear selectors. Nice pixel artwork there. The graphics look really nice on the Amstrad version actually. The only thing I don't like is the grey grass and tarmac for the road and the side of the road. I don't like that. That's a real pet hate. That's the one thing I didn't like about Outrun on the C64. I think it's running about the same sort of frame rate as the Spectrum version. So talking about 1.5 frames to 2 frames per second, I would say, depending on what's going on. So again, there's no Chase HQ. There are actually faster racing games than Chase HQ on the Amstrad. Was that thing Miami Cobra GT or something? That budget game? That was really good. But the actual pixel art is amazing. So the artist, I let him off. I think the music is it the same as the Spectrum 1 to 8 music? Hey, it should be, unless they're wasting time. So again, I don't mind the music, it's an okay conversion, there's nothing wrong with it as far as the arcade music goes. Did we get on to another level? Yeah. These would have looked really good on the Amstrad colour monitor because that was only a 12-inch monitor if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it was 14-inch, I'll have to check that actually. But the original 464 monitors, I think there were 12-inch screens on them. No jokes about Lord Supreme Leader of the Universe, Alan Sugar, having a small cock, please. Don't really want to know. My limit is Jeremy Beadle's hands. Thank you. So yeah, it's really a problem with the game coding. The actual graphics are really nice, apart from the actual road. So the entire road is green here. Both the bit you're driving on and the bit either side of this stripy lines. So that's not great. But maybe that's just a bugbear I have. So we managed to get to another level, so I must have been cheating. Yeah, again, this looks really nice. I think the Ferrari looks better than the Ferrari on the SD version. It does seem more colourful than the SD version. But the frame rate is so abysmal. Playing this game would not be fun. And it wasn't fun. I'm sorry to say that. So, let's check out the Mega Drive version. Here we go. I have to put the volume down a bit. So, okay, the skyscrapers in the background, they're already, the first thing I notice is better, but keep an eye on the road, because I don't think the road actually goes up or down. There's no hills or dips in the road. This is more like a pole position, you know, hack. Alright, it does actually do that. Okay, my mistake. That's better. Now, if I'm honest, putting the sound aside for 1 minute, this is what I'd expect the ST version to be moving like, which would still be inferior to Lotus 2 on the Atari ST. This wasn't well programmed. Outrun on the Mega Drive is much better, and Outrun is a better game. So I think the backgrounds are better. It's certainly better. So the backgrounds are quite acceptable. The cars are good enough, and the scaling for the cars is fine. But the roadside objects are a bit too jerk off for me. You know. There's no reason why it has to be this bad, and if I'm not mistaken, Probe Software did this version. So it looks fine in the screenshots, and the little shits with the Mega Drive got conned, I guess. In fact, I'm not sure the frame rate here is better than the C64 version. And the C64 version was the real revelation. Commodore user famously said the C64 version is better than the Amiga version, as you can see. Well, not yet. We're only just getting off the gear select screen. What's going on? Must be a bit of multi-loading. Come on, mate. Nothing changes. Battery warning is going on here. I've accidentally paused it. Ah, come on, man. Right, here we go. Start. So road and tarmac and the road colour for the side of the road, they're different. That's good. Now they're obviously using a BBC Micro fucking palette mode to keep the speed up, character based mode. So. But the skyscrapers in the back look good actually. The trees look fine, the girders look fine. The signs are shit, don't bother looking at it. The cars are quite good actually, all things considered. It's the buildings that look shit. Yeah, frame rate is not far off the Mega Drive version if you ask me for the roadside objects. That's quite an achievement actually. Now there is Outrun Europe, not Outrun Europa, there's Outrun Europe, and that was an almost completed game which is very similar to Turbo Outrun in the graphical style, but the person who has the one copy of that told C64 Games that weren't that he doesn't want to release it. He wants to keep it for himself, so there you go. But you can see a video of it on YouTube. I think that might be a little bit smoother than this, but nah, this is really not bad for the C64. I would have been unhappy that I still had just the C64 when this come out, and nothing better. But then, at the same time, if I'd seen someone with an Amiga playing Turbo Outrun and telling me he paid like 25 quid for that shit, especially on this level here with the sunset, I'd be like, oh man, dodge the bullet with the Amiga then. Obviously the Amiga's not as shit as US Gold Games would have you believe. It's as good as his bank balance. Filthy motherfucker. Is he dead yet, that cunt? Him and Gary Bracey should take each other out, mate. Just take each other out. Anyway. So yeah. That's really the situation here, actually, I have to say. Quite an unusual situation, but Turbo Outrun does make up for Outrun. Unless you actually pay 10 quid for it, in which case that cunt still owes you a tenner.